Dami and
Oh
India.
my god. Bye.
What?
Just cut.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh,
What? Guys, welcome back to the Murad Murali podcast. We have India's social team handler with me today, Shayon, man. How you doing, man? You good?
yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
And we also have somebody else as well, Zoe, and you'll hear her on the mic as well. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
Hiding.
She's hiding. I feel like she knows she's Zoe the Casper. She just wants to
Yes.
hide. So we'll definitely just be hearing her voice as we discuss this interview. And I feel like it's great to have the handlers on. I did want to get Dami's, but I completely forgot that they live in Ireland. So when they messaged, they were like, we're down, but wait, we live in Ireland. So like we actually can't run too. So I was thinking, okay, cool, makes sense. I mean, I don't blame them. And me to do Zoom right now here with them sitting here is long. So
Yeah,
that's not
it'll be
gonna,
a bit-
it would just be techie. So I thought I'm not going to attempt to do that. But I'm glad that we've got you here.
Yeah.
Very interesting conversations. A lot to talk about. Congratulations. She's in the finale, guys.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh, I'm so relieved.
Like, they got no votes.
yeah,
Yeah.
0.
0 votes.
Which, you know, a lot of people may have thought otherwise, which we've seen on social media. But again and again, I think you see that, you know, they are compatible, and, you know.
Right, because I like with the whole Casa Amor stuff and whatever, and I just thought this is going up and down. Like, maybe somebody would think they're not compatible, but actually everyone in there thinks they are very much compatible as a couple. So you handle India's Twitter.
Yeah,
You've done a great job.
appreciate it. Thank
Account's doing very well on Twitter. I think it's like really up there with the Kenners. I think the Kenners handlers were doing so good with their tweets and their memes. He must have a meme folder because the way this guy grabs a
you.
tweet.
Oh, he was making me work. Like,
Yeah.
he was making me work because I was having to go on YouTube and everything to keep up with the memes.
I'm
I was
dead, not on
like,
YouTube.
Oh, don't tell me. I was finding them anywhere because
As
he
in
was
control paste and then download the video.
literally screen recording because he was on job. He was really on job.
He was
with
quick
it.
with it. I didn't expect that, but I feel like you've also been on job for India's account,
I try.
and I feel like it's
try.
doing outside of Kenna's. I think she's the best female from Love Island on Twitter. So
We try.
that's
We
a
try.
big congratulations for that.
Thank you.
How has the process been for you when it comes to just tweeting for somebody else? Because I
Yeah.
imagine you haven't done that before. So you're taking on this whole job role that you haven't done. You don't know how it was going to go. Then she's in the finale. So she's been there from the beginning as an OG. So it's basically a full-time job for 2 months.
Yeah. And I think as well, a lot of people didn't realize I'm a man.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I was tweeting like you know, all the emojis. I was like, I think I even made a tweet about like men being trash at one point, you know, during the show.
But men are trust her. Let's not lie.
They
So-
are, but there were certain tweets I was making. I was like, I'm really like
Right.
stabbing my own in the
Right.
in the back here. But you know, there was one point as well where a lot of people were shipping me and Akena's handler, not knowing, you know, that
We're both guys.
Yeah, we're both guys. I'm into women and all that, so it was really funny. But no, it's been an interesting process. Fun, very fun, but hard at points. You know, I was on holiday at one point,
That's
trying to
insane.
find
my
connection, you know,
gosh.
to tweet.
Find a connection.
Yeah,
That was funny because we were both on holiday at the same time. So if he didn't have connection, I'd have to try and tweet.
literally, like, we're just
literally.
like,
And I'm
sorry,
not as
please.
creative as him, so I was like, oh
Right,
my
because some people may
god.
not just be a tweeter or they don't
I'm
want
not
to
a
use the app.
tweeter at all.
Because out of all the apps, Twitter is obviously like very negative as well. And I feel like with India and Dami, they have fluctuated so much, like Tash and Andrew. And, you know, opinions can change when you go back and forth about a couple, depending on their actions, especially after Casa Amor, after the way Dami was moving. How were you like dealing with that, like as account holders?
You know what? It was probably the hardest time I've had on social media, because you just have so many comments where obviously me myself, I'll have my opinion on the matter, but you have to remember you're tweeting on India's behalf. So you know, there's a lot of people saying, "Yeah, Dami, we need to get him gone," or just a lot of negativity towards it. And then that switches on to India because obviously India's a very kind person, as you've seen on the show, and she's very, you know, what's been shown anyway is that she was listening to him and hearing him out, whereas people wanted her to like get onto him and like shut him down. And when they didn't see that, there was a lot of negativity towards her and like a lot of hate almost. And I think I saw a lot of tweets saying, you know, a lot of people are trying to live through India in a way.
This is where it gets techie, man.
Where it gets techie, you know, they say that she's representing like certain communities, and they wanted her to deal with it in a certain way. And when they didn't see that, you know, you got a lot of hate, which is hard to deal with because we have to defend her, but we can't also put our own views across on the social. And I know Instagram had a lot of that as well, a lot of negativity towards that.
'Cause that's the thing. Apparently, there were more intense conversations between Dami and India that weren't shown, that previous people on this couch have actually said. So there were actually a lot more stuff that she may have said that we actually don't even know until she comes out and speaks for herself. So again, we got to keep remembering we're only seeing 45 minutes of the show.
I think a lot of people do forget that. Because you've seen like a lot of people in there, especially on your podcast as well, they've come in and said, you know, a lot of things were happening that, you know, conversations were happening that are not shown. And I think people tend to base that 45 minutes and that's it. And they assume that's everything that's happening. But there's probably a lot of conversation and, you know, things happening behind the scenes that would probably give you a better picture of what's really going down.
So how did you do it on Instagram?
To be fair, on Instagram, like I didn't get that much hate through DMs, but I would just like switch it and focus on India. I'll be like, okay, since Dami's gone and done that, I'm just gonna post India left, right, front, and center. Started making a silly hashtag in India we trust, like just silly stuff
That
like that.
heartbreaker line that she said.
Yeah.
Made the best heartbreaker win.
No, literally, and everyone like grabbed onto that. And to be fair, her Instagram supporters are really supportive. So I didn't have like too much hate to deal with, but there were just some people that were making wayward comments. And then I made a quote unquote statement basically saying like she hasn't seen everything. When she does, she'll make a more informed decision whether she wants to stay with him or not. That's her decision. And like you guys are seeing 45 minutes to an hour of a whole 24 hours. So we need to keep that in mind. But Instagram was fine. To be fair, it was all right. When I went on Twitter, I was like, what's going on here?
Why, like being invested is fine, but not invested to the point where you're actually going mad.
And that's the thing, you know, it is all entertainment.
Right.
Obviously, they're trying to find love on the show and whatnot, but they get to a certain point where it's just too much and now it's just hate and negativity. It's like, remember why we're watching, you know.
Do you know what I mean?
Everyone's trying to, you know, be entertained and have fun with it.
It's crazy, especially when there was people were upset me when I said, oh, you know, Dami in India, if India's going to stay with him, these two at least can just pack their bags and go at one point, please, after Dami did the 3-way kiss and all this stuff. And then, you know, people get so upset with these comments and it's like, well, you know, we're basing it on what we see as of right now. And Dami's redemption arc has done so well for himself that they're now in the finale. Because if he was still moving like that, they wouldn't even be in touch in the finale. So, and then same with Tasha and Andrew. Like, I didn't like Tasha and Andrew at all, especially Tasha at one point. And then look at them now. Like,
First to be boyfriend and girlfriend.
First boyfriend and girlfriend, and now we actually like them and they're doing these cute dates. And people actually like the way everybody's minds change on the show, back and forth. Is you're allowed to do that, but then it's as if you're not allowed because then
it's because you're in the public eye.
Just
People are probably thinking what you're thinking. They're just not going to say it.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I know it's quite funny. Like, obviously, I don't necessarily agree with all that Dami's done on the show, but you know, you see a lot of people say there's a lot of people in India's position in real life, and then, you know, they let that situation happen, but because you're watching it from like a third eye, it's very easy to like, you know, speak on it and not really agree with what's going on. But I think from what I've seen anyway, you know, Dami's redemption has been good and
very
really
good, you know,
Yeah.
because I thought, how is this man making it back from the kisses on the terrace, the 3-way kiss, and then like the stuff with Tasha and the way I was like, how is he making it back from this? But he actually corrected himself. Because I thought if he continues like this, they both need to just pack their bags because there's no anyone there for India outside of Dami. Because with Deji, it just wasn't working out. So I was thinking, you need to be in the finale, but you can't because there's no partner for you outside of Dami. But he's corrected himself as well. But it's crazy how people get attached and it
Even
happens
to the
every
account.
season, even to the account. Every season it happens. It's
You got
too
people
much.
telling us how to run the account
Not like on via Twitter.
by DM. So like if they talk about Twitter, I'll send it over to him. But by DM, oh, you should change her username. Oh, you need to do this. You need to post this. You need to post that. Why aren't you doing this? Oh, you're a bad friend to India. You're not doing this. I'm thinking, oh my God. Like,
I think that's the hard one. I think when, you know, you see people say, oh, you're a bad friend or whatnot, it's very hard because we have to remember we're representing India. We're not representing ourselves. So although we may have an opinion on something, we can't now speak in that tone. We have to support what she's doing. So, you know, there's a lot of people that'll be like, oh yeah, we need to not tweet badly about Dami, but not support or like support Damia. So you can't really win. you can't really win.
You can't win with the show in any way. TV, it's actually a TV show. It's a game show, you know.
Yeah.
People act like this is the Hunger Games.
Like,
But no, I can't lie. The support for India has been crazy from the beginning. Like insane.
Saucy India, man. Like I just feel like from day one, she's had a very good journey on the show.
Yeah.
Outside of the, you know, stuff going on with Dami, outside of that, I feel like she has had a journey where she hasn't been violated outside of that with like her peers.
Yeah.
Or
she's
friends.
just a calm girl. Like, she genuinely doesn't cause any issues.
She's so, like, literally, I think as much as we've seen on the show, she just is lovely. And I think that's why people are so shocked, you know, when she didn't get super mad or whatever on the show, because she just is such a nice girl. And I think even from other islanders that have, you know, come out and said the same thing, like they really haven't had a bad thing to say about her.
Yeah, she's not somebody who's confrontational or aggressive or looking for beef, trying to start something or messy. Anytime some beef's going on, she's just chilling. She's not involved in it in any kind of pasta. She's just herself.
We literally say like all the time, like India's probably off there sipping, like drinking a drink, like just chilling.
As in drinking in the finale.
Laying on the daybed. Yeah, no, literally. And also a therapist. We call her the therapist,
Yeah,
the love
therapist.
therapist.
Or HR.
Yeah, HR.
Not the HR.
Yeah.
Or whenever there's an issue with like, you know, another couple, she's always there to there to help.
So in today's episode, we're seeing obviously
meet the parents.
Meet the parents, boy, and Dami is meeting the parents.
Yeah.
As in, it's funny because if people, the public, if we hold Dami accountable, it's like people get upset about it or like, you know, you're sabotaging or whatever. But now we're seeing India's mum echoing the same thoughts, saying that you're not cleared yet from this whole situation. Like, sorry, that's my daughter, and you violated her in some kind of way. And I'm glad that she's keeping it honest. But what are your thoughts? Did you expect her to be doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm happy that India's mum is doing what she needs to do.
Yeah,
That's what a mother should do.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
be
true.
real.
You know, when you're watching your daughter, again, it's not what you want to see. So I knew from, I knew as soon as that happened, as soon as meet the parent, Dami was gonna get it. So good luck to him.
Whew. I feel like it's a lot.
To be fair, it's not just India's mum as well. I think whoever was like visiting Dami via Zoom.
Oh yeah, Dami's family were also the
they
same
grilled
thing
him as
by
well.
Zoom.
Yeah,
I wish they came in person, but of course they live abroad, so it's difficult. But
Yeah,
like,
it's difficult.
see how the show changes every week.
It does, because you know, since then we've just seen Dami and India just grow from strength to strength, and it's so like
I'm glad they did though, because I didn't believe in them after Casa Amor, man. Like I'm gonna keep it honest, I did not like the way he was moving. I said this is not right. Sorry. So I'm glad that his mum is coming with the same energy because like what were you doing? But he looks like he's corrected himself, which I'm glad to see.
I mean, the last date.
He was so nervous. I was smiling the whole time.
That date was the best date I've seen on Love Island in history.
The budget.
The budget.
The budget for Dami in India was amazing.
Insane.
And then for Gemma and Luca to be in a pond, I was just thinking...
It was pretty though.
Not Mabel laughing in the back. Like,
no, it was insane. It was
like
insane.
the drums, they're coming out for a fiesta, and then the way like Dami picked her up.
Like, it was so
I mean, nothing
cute.
less for Queen India.
Do you know what I mean? The way when Dami and India first ran to each other, that is when I thought, you know what? Let me believe them again now. Because when my mind changes back and forth. After that, I was like, the way they ran each other, like you wouldn't be doing that if you're actually not really into each other. Because they're running at 100 miles an hour. And no other couple
That was
doing
really
that.
straight out of a movie.
That was
straight out of the Notebook. Like,
Yeah, I think I watched it like 20 times the same. Like as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, I was so happy.
I think that was amazing.
Yeah, that was so cute.
When it comes to, you know, your own kind of struggles of helping and managing India, how have you been dealing with that? Because it's something that you perhaps didn't really expect.
yeah, I'm not sure.
Zoe's, if you guys can see Zoe's face right now.
No,
Stop.
No, I'm looking at her like this. If I start this conversation,
yeah.
Oh my God.
No, you know, so obviously we knew India. Well, we met her through
Socials.
yeah, how do you not even know her? Not even asking this question.
I saw, one of my friends was in a music video with her, and this was a while ago now, and this was at the start of me starting my agency, Represent, and we were looking for people, and they basically said that, yeah, you know, this girl, she's got a skunk stripe, she's really unique. She hasn't got followers. I think she had like 1 or 2K back then.
Yeah, she had 2K.
She needs to be in a million now. I don't know why she's not touching even 500,000 at this point.
That's a whole
It's actually
different
really
conversation.
irritating. We can talk about that later.
Yeah, we definitely.
Because that's really annoying.
Yeah, so yeah, I reached out to her, recruited her, just worked for her. Well, since then, became friends, me and Zoe. And then yeah, just from there, obviously the conversation was to run the socials. Even that was a little bit last minute. Wasn't sure who was going to be doing what. And then since then, yeah, it's a lot to run the account of someone, and there's a lot of voices, a lot of people that are, it's a lot of input, because obviously that is, a lot of people's friends, daughters, whatever have you. People are gonna want to make sure things are done in a certain way. So it's been complicated, and obviously the pressure of social media to make sure you're saying the right thing. Like I've deleted so many tweets just because people have had their opinions, and you want to make sure people are happy at the end of the day. So yeah, it's been hard, but it's been fun. As I said, and seeing the support for her generally has just been amazing. I'm always liking the tweets and all the fan accounts. Like literally, I think on day one, you just see fan accounts of India. So it's crazy. It's crazy to see.
When you're like deleting tweets and stuff like that, is that just because people are saying stuff about?
Yeah, so I think it's a mixture of things. So I think a lot of people, there was a certain point in the show, so at the very beginning, when me and Akena were kind of going back and forth on the handlers going back and forth, we were really free, and I think people liked the fact that we, were making jokes and all that sort of thing. But I think it got to a certain point in the show where people were like, oh, it's a competition now. They're actually here to win. So I think I made a tweet about Ekin, so like, it was just a funny tweet, and people were not liking it. It was like, you have to tweet about India, only India. And I think sometimes it does take away from the point. It's a fun show.
It takes away from the enjoyment. It completely strips it.
It does strip it.
And then you feel like you're now on like a place where you don't want to disappoint anybody because you're going to face that backlash again.
Literally. And we are, we are representing India at the end of the day. So it's like, we'll try and make sure that, everything's right for her as well. So it's a lot of pressure. And
Indiyah'S won't even approve of people throwing backlash on anybody else, considering that she's not even somebody who even beefs anyone in the show.
Yeah.
So why would she approve of like, do you know what I mean? If you actually deep it, she would be like, what are these people even doing? She would have hated herself, but then these people want to speak for her. By throwing a lot of like backlash. And it's for all accounts, it's not just hers. I'm sure people in the villa are the same. But like, what are you going to say?
No, it's like the people, like the supporters think they know like the Islanders better than we do.
That frustration.
That's really irritating. Like, I think I know the person I'm managing, otherwise they wouldn't have told me to manage them.
I know, that's right, Zoe.
Zoe knows. Zoe's been doing Q. I know people have been saying like she knows everything, like being doing the Q&A and like really interactive on Instagram, which I think in general, to be honest, like the handlers this year have really stepped it up.
They have,
really on it.
Look at Mabel in the back doing this for Ekin's account as well. They honestly have. I feel like, because not me, I interview Islanders. I like to interview handlers now as well and see the process behind. And there are people behind India's like system as well as, and it's just like there's so many characters of people that do this. I don't know how you guys deal with it, especially when it's with somebody who's like genuinely gotten to the final. It's not like a friend who's there for been a week. Then it's calm.
Yeah, she genuinely thought she was going to be in for like 2 weeks.
That's what it is. And people don't think they're going to be there for long. Yeah. And then boom.
Because you don't see how the public perceives you.
Yeah.
So it's very like, it must be quite hard, having all the cameras around and just, you're acting naturally, but you're not aware of like people actually like what you're
watching
doing, watching you do every little thing.
She did say on last night's episode, I want to be in here for one more week. Away from the cameras and stuff. I wish I can come here for once when something stresses me out, so that I know that I'm here again. So based on that, how do you think that she will deal with everything coming out? Because it's going to be a whole different world for her. I mean, she's already in the world of like content creating.
She's a content creator. It's going to be interesting. I don't think she's going to expect as much love as she's going to receive. I think because I would say she's probably one of the fan favorites in terms of she had a lot of like positivity around her, and people love her. A lot of the ex-Islanders even have spoken out, supporting her, which is lovely. Really nice to see. I even messaged Amber, saying thanks, for the support. But it's going to be interesting. I think it's a whole different world when you step out, isn't it? Going to all the events, interviews, brand deals. Like
she better secure many brand deals.
Anyone listening?
You guys are listening to this podcast and your brand deals, head over to Indiyah'S account, please.
Dig deep for in the back.
As in
give her the coin.
As in shovel, please.
Yes.
And start digging and give her the coin, because I feel like she deserves it. She's been such a great contestant throughout. I feel like she's been very composed.
Very. Because
people are like, why isn't she doing no? But everyone's different, and we keep projecting our ideas onto how somebody should feel. But I feel like she's done. You guys must be so proud of her, because she hasn't actually done anything herself that I don't know how Dami's account handlers must be dealing with it.
The thing is with Dami, they've got like there's like 4 people managing the account. So I think there's 2 Instagram and 2 Twitter.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they communicate, but I know at one point Dami did get a lot of
Madness coming onto
heat,
him.
like a lot. So they had to like dial back on Instagram, like not post, turn off comments, everything, because the hate was just ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying, man. But it's just crazy because people forget it's a game show. Like he's moving mad on the show, but like it's not that deep for you to go into a DM now and be a keyboard warrior.
That's what it is. Yeah, I think everyone should have their opinions 100%. And if you know you don't particularly like someone, you know you can tweet it in a way. But when it's come on.
There's a way to say it.
There is a way to say it.
I just don't understand why people feel like they can kind of say whatever they say and then expect us to sit there and go, okay.
Yeah, that's the thing, because there's a lot that's said about, you know, the islanders themselves, but then even the handlers now, because obviously there's such a big part of it. So we're getting hate even. It's like, it's so hard. Like it is hard to kind of like separate your feelings and just like understand, you know, people are going to say what they're going to say, people are going to troll.
Wait, what did you say? Were you holding the mic?
Yeah, I was holding it.
No, you holding the mic, Zoe.
like a baby.
What were we saying?
But no, what was I saying? No, but
There is
a way to say it. Yeah, there is a way to say it, but
yeah, the hate is mad. I'm getting hate this year as well.
Yeah,
it's not normal. Like,
it's not normal.
Why are you directing your hate at me? Like, just
as in,
I don't know. Write it on a piece of paper, scrunch it up and put it in the bin. Don't message me. It's just
actually dead.
It's just really irritating. It's when the same thing happens over and over again. Same people saying the same thing over and over again. And it's just like, do I respond to this? Because if they come and screenshot and tweet our Instagram, India's Instagram handler has said this, this, and this, then I don't want anything to reflect badly on India's account at all.
That's literally what
That's
it is.
the main thing for me.
That's the difficult part of it.
Yeah.
You want to try to keep a balance.
Yeah.
Because you're not actually representing yourself.
Yeah, I'm not.
But,
so
but it feels like you are because you're on the you're on the app on your phone.
Yeah.
It's difficult. Me, they don't like it when I change my mind. They're like, oh no, you said this about India or Dami, you said this about Gemma 1 point or Davide, and now you like them and now you don't like. Me, I'll change my mind every minute of the day. I actually don't care because we get new information every 24 hours. How can you not change your mind?
It's just like being friends with someone. You may not like them one day, you might like them the next day. It's just the same thing.
You know what I mean? And I feel like Ekansu didn't get along with a lot of the girls maybe at the beginning, and now they all get along. And people,
no seasonal friends.
But
now she's Mother Ekin.
Not me, give me this look. You don't think she gets along with the girls?
I think she gets along with the girls. You think the girls get along with her?
Blue.
Ooh.
See, yeah.
Drama.
Thank you. Girls, speak your mind.
Yeah, go on, Zoe.
I just feel like some of them are just too many shady comments, too many eye rolls. I'm just not sure. Obviously, okay, speaking about India here, I feel like India and Ekin have like a big sis, little sis.
Yeah, I like the relationship.
Like from near the beginning, I think when they were sitting on the terrace and like India and her were just like basically like cuddling like during the little debrief. It's like these two have a good relationship, but everyone else, not everyone, but yeah, some individuals, I'm just side-eyeing a little bit.
Yeah, I do see like a divide sometimes in the villa, but it's like, are we seeing that because it's been edited? Like, I don't know, man.
That's the thing. We actually don't know unless you speak to the producers.
Yeah, I think
true.
No,
I was watching a scene yesterday. You know when it was Amber versus Ekansu? Initially, ages ago, when they were sitting on the beanbags, and then the other girls came and like Ekansu was about to say it, but she didn't say it. But she's like, I feel like I was being ganged up on.
All I've done is been nice to everyone in here. I'm just really like genuinely upset with everything right now. I just don't understand why you're all just. No, don't roll your eyes. Seriously, what is the problem?
Count my cards, watch them fall. Blood on a marble wall.
Okay.
She was about to say the word ganged up. I'll show you the clip after. She got quite emotional, and that was like in the first 2 weeks of when she came.
I remember that.
So there was definitely a rift between her and some of the girls anyways, period.
I think that would have been a lot. Even like, let's say one of us was on the show and then all the girls are ganging up on you out of nowhere. I'll just be like, what's going on here? Like, can we have a civil conversation one-on-one, not everyone just coming at me?
Sense.
What they're saying. Wait.
I'm not saying I haven't got a problem with you, but I'm saying.
Yeah, shall we? It sounds a bit heated.
But okay.
Right. When the other girls came over.
I was just like,
I'm expecting India though. I don't think she joined that.
No, she just sat
India,
there.
I guess India is
minds
just
She's
her
honestly.
business.
as
Yeah,
if she's
pimp.
mute.
No, genuinely, that's
She
how
said,
she
"I'm
is
not
in real life
involved."
as well. She
And
will
that's
just
what
keep her mouth shut
Right, and that's what
unless
you
she has
like.
to open it.
I don't see her being. She hasn't been in beef with anyone from what we've seen, apart from her
No.
conversation with Dami, which makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Like she's very just minds her business.
Yeah.
That she keeps yeah. But I think the friendships are quite nice. You know, seeing Danica and even Summer. You know, Powerpuff
Yeah,
Girls.
that was so
When
cute.
I see Danica, I need to see how you say her name because some people say Danica.
I say
Danica.
Danica.
I've been
Oh,
saying
my
Danica,
bad.
so I don't know even how you pronounce her name.
When you see her, you can
Yeah.
ask her, how do you spell your name?
I'm just as bad as India with names.
You know what I mean? I'm so bad with names. I'm so bad. But Summer, India, and Danica were a cute trio.
Yeah,
That was
they
a
were
nice
cute.
little
They were
friendship,
really
yeah.
cute.
I feel like they got on really well.
But I think everyone, like you see clips with India and everyone, like you've seen them with Ekin a lot, especially when Ekin and David, they have their little arguments. You know, they're always there to like Dami and India there to like talk them
Don't
through. And,
argue.
yeah, don't
It's so-
argue, guys. It's just cute. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like David and Ek can just argue all the time. But like, they come back
It's
together.
just-
It's just,
yeah,
like,
it's
it's
just-
the nature of their
it's
chemistry.
the nature.
And it's not
And
that deep.
Ashes is like Mr. and Mrs. If you've seen the movie, like it's just so funny. I think
Whereas
everyone loves them for
I
it.
feel like Dami and India have, outside of David and Ekin, are like these are the top two couples with the best chemistry.
I think so.
I
You
think
know,
so as
I saw an
well.
article recently from like a psychologist or something like that, and they were looking into like which is the most compatible, and they said Dami and India, and I think it's just nice to see because there is so many doubters in a way, because of what we've seen.
Still to
still.
this day.
Even
still.
India's mum as well. Like still to this
Yeah.
day, even she has doubts. Like I just feel like everybody has doubts about Dami, and it affects India's journey and position on the show
little bit,
in a
yeah.
good way
Yeah.
and in a bad way as well. In both ways, I just feel like because his actions, I guess, were so quick. That's probably what it was. But I feel like he's done well for himself to redeem it. That's just the way I,
I
see
think
it.
he's done really well.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like he's done well. Like he
Yeah.
hasn't swayed. He hasn't talked to another girl behind India's back. Nothing like that for the last 2 weeks. And you need to be on that. Otherwise, you'll not be reaching that finale. So he's proved himself. I think for now, we'll just
For
see.
now.
We'll just see
Yeah,
how
for
he
now.
proves outside as well.
Yeah, we'll see.
But I think for now he's proved himself.
And I think India's a good judge of character as well. Like I don't think if he had done something that bad, she would have stuck through it. I think that's what people should remember as well. Like she wouldn't actually, if she she thought it was that bad and it was too far for her, she would speak up about it. And I mean, you've seen her speak up about her not really agreeing at points, but he's proven himself.
No, I think he
he's
has.
put in the effort. Like you can say he's put in the effort, and after seeing them on that last date, like they just look so smitten and cute. And
That date was the best date I've seen on Love Island history.
Honestly, I was smiling the whole way through. Like it was so adorable.
The production, the music, the drums, the outfits, like they
it's like
really.
in a movie.
I literally said like in Kanto, I was like,
Yeah,
literally like
it was like
it's
a little
crazy.
Disney situation. Then especially when he picked her up, I'm thinking, okay, like I see it.
Yeah.
And they're both OGs as well.
Yeah, that's so true. I sometimes forget that.
Right. Sometimes I
Yeah.
forget that. Like, but they've both been there from day one, so they need to be in that top three.
Did you see, because obviously from watching, a lot of people say they're always friends from the beginning. Did you ever see them like coupling up actually?
Dami in India.
Yeah, when he was with
Amber.
Initially, no, I didn't see them coupling up, but then later on down the line, I did. Because they both didn't really have any conversations in the first like 3-4 days. They actually didn't because
At the
it
very
was
start.
straight Ikenna and India. And then like before Amber was leaving, there was like some kind of, and then the way Dami just took her and kissed her straight away.
It was like
He was very
something-
forward.
He was very like.
I guess because
forward.
Ikenna was laid back.
Yeah.
India.
India.
But yeah, I think he just something switched with Dami and he literally just stuck it on her really. And was
Yeah.
like, what do you think?
I guess it just didn't work with Amber and Dami. It just wasn't a situation. They weren't into each other as much. Or like Amber maybe wasn't into
Yeah, I
Dami.
think
I think
was
it's from the
opposite
whole,
way.
the public voting in the beginning, coupling them up. So obviously they didn't really have a say.
Right.
So
Yeah.
maybe, you never really know what could have happened from the beginning. If obviously they had that choice, it could be completely different really. Because
Wow.
they did say,
When
Dami,
they got coupled up, that was what, June the 4th. That was the first day of Love Island, and now we're here.
now we're here.
One day before the
June the
finale.
4th was the first day of Love Island. Oh, wow.
I think, yeah.
Damn.
Now we're here in the finals. It's just crazy to see them go straight there. Like, no one can defeat them. No one can defeat them.
Honestly, I feel like they're doing very well. I don't know why her following is not representing that.
It's so many. I don't know.
I feel there's a lot of factors
a lot of factors into
Too
it.
many factors.
You know, like there's obviously like the Instagram sort of shadow ban element because
Yeah.
her name's spelled with a 1 at the beginning, so people have like the whole. They're not
Oh.
sure if it's that. I don't want to say it, but I think in general, you know, Fiat 500s are the strong when it comes to these things.
Well, you know, that's what I mean. The ethnic populations in the UK are like what? Like the black population in the UK is 3%.
Yeah.
The Asian or Arab population is like 7%, 7.5. So like,
Automatically is that disadvantage of.
Do you know what I mean?
Even if every single person, you're still going to be at a disadvantage there.
and I don't deep it as much because I'm from an area of London where everybody is brown or black. So you just don't deep it. But like, and when you step outside London, because you
Just
live in like near like certain areas,
Essex,
and you
yeah.
just like,
Even with tweeting sometimes, like I see a lot of like India tweets, but you forget like outside of that, there's a whole host of like.
Twitter is a mirage.
It is because you get stuck in your circle of you know, oh yeah, this is kind of what we're seeing. But there's, you know, I've seen people tweet like someone works at an LD home and like every night they're voting a certain couple, and it's like you just don't really hear about that.
You don't
That's
deep
why
it
you
how
don't
like,
deep how many
actually
people.
minor, like how small we are in the UK
Yeah.
as ethnic individuals, and it really reflects.
Yeah.
But I mean, everyone should remember that and make sure to vote. I think that's all it is. Just make sure to vote. Don't be the person to sit there and think, you know,
Oh, I'm not
someone
gonna
else is going to
vote.
vote.
Someone else is gonna do
'cause
it.
We
No.
need all the votes for them.
Pick up your phone.
Literally every vote does count, and I want to see them do well. So
They need. I mean, they're in the finale, which is amazing, but they need to go. I don't want to see them being fourth
Yeah,
Yeah.
Anyway.
neither. I do not want to see them people.
at all. Like they need to be in the top 2 for me personally.
Yeah.
not even just from the that factor, but they genuinely have been like a good couple, and they're very compatible from what we've seen. So hopefully,
Sorry, me coughing so much, guys.
it's
I don't know
alright.
why I'm coughing.
Sip, sip.
Sorry, guys.
Alright.
Sorry, you guys are watching me
Fine.
down this. Down this. Yeah, her following is just it's just really frustrating.
It is because you know she's on a 450.
As in she's
years.
She just
she's
hit
OG.
450
Yeah,
today.
OG, and you know some of the others are hitting 1 million plus, and
Yeah.
it's like at the beginning, you know, there was a big factor of just no screen time. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, like.
And then we saw it in the unseen
Unseen
bits.
bits.
Oh, that was the one. Like literally, I remember seeing. That's when I was like, okay,
Maybe
maybe.
laugh.
I was like, maybe she's just not doing anything. And then I saw the unseen bits, and she was literally like,
Dude, a
She was
lot.
being carried, like, picked up
with
and
it,
stuff
there
like
wasn't
that.
60 seconds. Like she wasn't on, you
On
know,
screen.
So I was like, what's going on? Like she was being funny. She was interacting with everyone, and even I've heard like some people that have come out from the island, like spoken to them, and they've said like in certain situations, especially back then, she would be like helping the group get together and like doing their hair and all of this sort of thing. Like she would be like literally helping everyone get ready, and you just don't see it. But I think the producers did listen a little bit. You've seen it a bit more, you know, seen them on
Yeah.
screen a bit more now. But I think that maybe factors in a little bit. But yeah, I just want to see her hit 1 million as well. You know, I think she deserves it as well. So
Why would you take the time out of your day to find her page, comment on her page, and not even follow her? If you're going to do that, at least follow her back, give her a follow, but you don't do that. So I just block and delete.
literally block and delete.
Yeah.
Like, it's just for India's sake as well. You know, she doesn't want
Yeah.
to come home and see all these tweets. But saying that, you know, I'm going to tell everyone vote for India.
Yeah, everyone
You
vote for
know,
India
right.
anyway.
Vote for India.
If you want to vote for Dami and India to win this
Yeah.
show, you better be voting.
Dami off the
Don't just
win.
not vote because your friends are doing it and then you're thinking, yeah, my friends are doing it. I won't do it.
Yeah.
Pick up your phone and vote for them if you want to vote for them. Like,
Yeah, if you want to. If you don't, if you can't get over whatever's happened, don't. But
right, exactly. But at this point, I think everybody should be over it now because
I think
I'm
so.
over it now. I wasn't at one point. I'm not lying to you. 2 weeks ago, when it all happened, I said I'm not over this situation. Well, that was when it just happened.
Yeah.
It really irritated me. And the same with Tash and Andrew. I was like, Tash needs to go home too.
don't get me
But the way my
wrong,
mind
yeah.
has flipped on Dami, Tash, and Andrew is
Is-
insane.
Yeah, no, there was a point where I was looking
I was
at
like, what's
Dami
going
like,
on?
What's, do you know what I mean?
Even
Like,
her friends, like some of, like, I'm friends with some of her friends, and we're just like, no, what is going on here? Dami cannot, like, no.
do you know what I mean? But the way your mind flips every other
Yeah.
week and it changes is insane. Vote for Dami in India. We've got their handlers here who've graced me with their presence.
appreciate it.
This was a good conversation. Both of you are so nervous.
I know, I'm just.
Are you so nervous?
I kind of forgot about the camera. Sorry,
See, that's good. That's what people say. They forget about it because we're just talking. You are not even on the camera,
Yeah, I'm
Zoe.
not on camera, so I'm all right.
cheating.
You're chilling.
Yeah, I'm fine. If I was on camera, different
She's
story.
doing it in India, literally.
Not doing it in India. I'm dead.
Literally.
No, but also follow her account, please. Anybody that's watching this, her account will be in the bio below. Let me push her account as well, please. Not my account. In India's Instagram account will be in the bio. Just go and follow her account. That's it. Let's push her socials, because I don't like the fact that, let's keep it buck, the black girls that go on the show, they don't get the proper social followings, as opposed to the even the brown girls, if you want to keep it really, but I mean we barely see them, but if there's any, or especially white girls, they don't get the right following, and it's very frustrating, it's very irritating, especially because they've been liked so much throughout. They're OGs. They've been there from day one. Why are they not seeing a milli? Why are we not seeing a milli for India?
Literally.
I don't understand.
I need a
Because it's
milli
pissing
like
me off. Do you know what I mean? We need a milli
Yeah,
from
milli
yesterday. The girl's been there from day one. Do you know what I mean? It's like, the more I talk about it, the more it actually pisses me off.
Those people that's been in there for a week, not saying any more fucking names, and they're literally.
Oh yeah, no people.
That's what I'm saying. People.
What's going on? What's going on?
People
on
who've
here?
been there for like 5-6 days that are passing 500,000 like this, but it's India has been there as an OG.
going
She's
on?
sitting on like 400.
And that's the thing, when you see all the love online and all like.
That's what I'm saying.
like,
It's a mirage.
It's not. It is because
was-
like, what is it translating to?
Yeah.
What's it translating to? It's pissing me off. It's always the black girls that go on the show
Yeah.
that don't get the followers that deserve it the most, because they've been there from day one, like her and Kaz. They've been liked a lot. They're not involved in the drama. They're not involved in the messy stuff. Then they get violated either by their partner, come back to them, and everything's cute, sweet.
Yeah.
In the finale, and you're not even sitting
you're
there
not
half
even-
minute.
I don't
Yeah.
understand.
I mean, a lot of her funny bits haven't been. Maybe that's it as well. You know.
I think that's also another part is that I think Instagram usage is dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think those are like minor factors.
Yeah,
They're not
yeah.
big factors, but I think that's like, it's not as big as it was in 2018,
Yeah.
because the way Instagram wants to do reels
They
every
just
minute
keep
of their life.
changing it. They want to be
They want to keep
TikTok.
changing it.
TikTok one of
Do you know what I mean? TikTok wannabes.
Just be a picture platform and everything will be fine.
As in, yeah. But I think those are like minor factors. But of course,
Yeah.
major factors is the fact that I do think the black girls that go on that are loved a lot, they have to be on a certain standard. The pressure is much higher. And then they just don't get the reciprocation.
Yeah.
Because there is, I would say, like, the black community in general are very, like, I don't want to say harsher.
Oh,
but
yeah, you can say harsh.
No, but not harsh. But I think we care. I don't want to say we care more, but you know, we are more. I don't know how to put it, but we are more like aware, if you want to put it that way, or like we, as I said earlier, you know, some people try to live through India. So I think we are kind of harder on situations, whereas not everyone's like that. And then, you know, you've seen a lot of other couples had their hardships. Obviously everyone's getting hate and whatnot, but I don't know, it's weird.
It's a lot, man. There is that lot of like pressure and whatever. I can see that when it comes to like, especially the brown communities. You know, if you have an Asian Arab person on, from my background, there's a bit like, oh, you know, how you do what? Why are you not acting in a way because you're
It's just
representing
I
me?
think it's the culture.
And as in you're not, but it's the culture
the
situation.
culture.
Yeah, I
There's
think
just
it's
a load of pressure on it.
stereotypes though.
Stereotypes.
It's like we're putting our own stereotypes on them. Like they expected India to go crazy. No, sorry. They expected India to go crazy. That's a stereotype. Why does she have to fit into that stereotype? Like even for example, the hair, you're talking about hair. Me and India were going back and forth about hair. Oh my gosh, for weeks. Just because she knew she went on there with some wayward hair, she would get heat.
Yeah.
Leanne
Stuff
got a lot
like
of
that.
heat when she was on
Exactly.
2 years ago.
Exactly. So stuff like that. It's like we've got to make sure we pick up on that and make sure everything's fine, everything's perfect. Otherwise, the heat that our own community gives us is way worse than I feel like what anyone else gives us.
I
on
agree.
socials.
Because as in Lucy Stacey can come on the show with hair that haven't brushed for life.
Yeah.
And it's calm.
And it's fine.
But when it
Right.
comes to like Liana India, there's added pressures that you think of.
I think that's what it's just the added pressure.
Yeah.
Guys, follow India, please. Because the more I think about it, the more it irritates me.
Yeah.
And vote for Dami India if you guys want to see them win Love Island 2022. Shayon and Zoe, both of you have graced me with your presence.
Thank
This
you
was
so
a good
much.
conversation. I feel like we had it. It was enjoyed.
Yeah.
Thanks for gracing me and coming on. Any last words from you guys?
Follow India on socials.
Just, you know, follow. Make sure. Okay, yeah. Follow Deji and not Deji, Dami. Dami and
Oh my
India.
god. Bye.
What?
Just quiet.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh,
What is this?
What?
It's not just India bad names, okay?
It's not. It's from running her account. That's my excuse. that is my excuse right now. Oh no. Actually, if you're watching this, don't think it means anything. It doesn't mean anything. But yeah, follow Dami and Indiyah.
Well,
I'm voting for the win.
on that note,
Yeah, on that note.
thank you for gracing me, guys. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Daily and consistent, the Maradi podcast. And did you say you used to watch?
I've watched all the time, from way before India was on. I've been watching for time.
This is what I don't realize that people have been watching for time.
For
And it's the new
ages.
class that come on because Toby from Love Island was like, Marad, I've been watching your reviews from like season 3.
When you started the reviews, I was on it.
As in?
Yeah.
Man,
You got number 1 fans over
No,
there.
literally, I'm not even joking. Like every day, I swear.
every day on YouTube.
Yeah, daily and consistent content.
Daily and consistent, guys. But anyways, follow Indiyah. Their socials will be in the bio below as well. If you guys want to follow them because they've done a great job when it comes to handling her account. So congratulations, guys. Well done to both of you as well. I feel like both of you have done a great job because it's not easy dealing with the bad and the good and juggling it. So both of you should be really proud of yourselves. You've done a great job representing Indiyah. And shout out to tonight's episode to Indiyah's mum as well. And we're just going to see what she says. But shout out to Indiyah's mum. And not the sound engineer guy, clapping too for Indiyah. And we'll catch you guys soon. Thanks.
Thank you.
Wrapped. Done.